Have you ever felt like history is just a dusty old book filled with boring dates? Well, get ready to have your mind blown. Today, we're diving into 5 historical mysteries that are so bizarre, so advanced, they make our modern world look a little less special. These aren't just old stories. They are puzzles that have stumped the brightest minds for centuries and completely rewritten what we thought we knew about our ancestors. From cryptic books no one can read to ancient computers and self-healing concrete, we're about to journey back in time and uncover technologies that shouldn't have existed. So buckle up, because the past is about to get a whole lot weirder and more wonderful than you ever imagined. First up, let's talk about a book that's a complete enigma, the Voynich manuscript. Picture this, a manuscript from the early 1400s, filled with elegant, flowing script. The only problem? No one on Earth can read it. It's written in a language that doesn't match any known alphabet, and the illustrations are just as baffling strange. Otherworldly plants that don't exist anywhere on our planet, and astronomical charts that look like they're from another galaxy. When this book was rediscovered in 1912, it became an obsession. The world's best codebreakers, including the master cryptographers who cracked enemy codes during World War I and II, threw everything they had at it. The result? Absolutely nothing. To this day, the Voynich manuscript remains silent. Is it a lost language of some forgotten civilization? An incredibly complex cipher hiding a world of knowledge? Or could it be the most brilliant and elaborate hoax in history, crafted by a medieval genius with a serious sense of humor? Every single page is a direct challenge to our modern intelligence, a constant reminder that there are secrets the past is not yet willing to give up. What knowledge are we missing that could unlock this centuries-old puzzle? Next on our journey, we're diving deep into the Aegean Sea to find a piece of technology so advanced it feels like it fell out of a time machine. In 1901, sponge divers exploring an ancient Roman shipwreck off the coast of a Greek island called Antikythera found a corroded lump of bronze. For decades, it was just another artifact, collecting dust. But then, scientists started examining it with X-rays, and what they found was staggering. Inside that lump was an intricate system of over 30 interlocking bronze gears. This device, now known as the Antikythera mechanism, was built over 2,000 years ago. And it wasn't just a fancy clock. It was the world's first analog computer. This incredible machine could predict solar and lunar eclipses with stunning accuracy, track the complex movements of the planets, and even count down to the next Olympic Games. The level of mechanical genius required to build this is mind-boggling. This kind of sophisticated gear technology wasn't supposed to appear in Europe for another 1,500 years. The Antikythera mechanism shattered our understanding of ancient science. It proved that the ancient Greeks were not just brilliant philosophers and architects. They were also master engineers, capable of creating devices that were, quite literally, ahead of their time. How did they do it? And what other technological wonders have been lost to the depths of history? Now, let's sail across the Atlantic, long before Christopher Columbus ever set foot on a ship. We're talking about the Vikings. For centuries, their epic sagas stories of heroic voyages to a mysterious western land. They called Vinland were dismissed by many historians as just that, exciting myths, campfire stories. But then, in 1960, everything changed. On the northern tip of Newfoundland, Canada, archaeologists unearthed the remains of an ancient settlement at a site called L'Anse aux Meadows. As they dug, they found the foundations of turf houses, a blacksmith's forge, and various artifacts that were unmistakably Scandinavian. Radiocarbon dating confirmed the unbelievable. Vikings had been living in North America around the year 1000 AD, a full 500 years before Columbus's famous voyage. This discovery was a bombshell. It wasn't a myth. It was history. History books had to be rewritten. Europeans had crossed the treacherous Atlantic and settled in the New World far, far earlier than anyone had thought possible. This finding proved the sagas were based on real events, but it also opened up a whole new set of questions. Why didn't they stay? What happened to this pioneering colony that made them pack up and leave? Historians are still debating the answers, piecing together clues about their short-lived American adventure. Our fourth stop takes us to the sun-scorched sands of Egypt, home to one of history's most iconic and mysterious civilizations. We've all seen pictures of the Great Pyramids, but have you ever truly stopped to think about how they were built? The Great Pyramid of Giza alone is made of more than 2 million stone blocks, some weighing several tons. For years, the popular theory was that they were dragged up colossal ramps. It's a plausible idea, but recent discoveries have revealed a much more sophisticated picture. A few years ago, an incredible document was found. A papyrus diary written by a man named Mirror, who was an overseer during the pyramid's construction. He described in detail how his crew transported massive limestone blocks by boat. They had engineered a complex system of canals, diverting water from the Nile River directly to a port at the base of the Giza Plateau. But that's not all. Another mind-bending theory suggests the Egyptians didn't haul all the blocks. By analyzing the chemistry of the stones, some scientists propose that they might have invented an early form of concrete. They could have mixed a geopolymer slurry and poured some of the upper blocks into molds right on site. While this idea is still debated, it shows just how incredibly resourceful these ancient engineers were. The complete story of how the pyramids were built is still a puzzle, and every new piece we find only deepens our awe for the civilization that created them. And for our final fact, we travel to the heart of the Roman Empire to uncover a secret that allowed their architectural marvels to survive for millennia. Ever wondered how structures like the Pantheon, with its massive unsupported dome, or the colossal Colosseum, are still standing after 2,000 years of earthquakes, weather, and wear? The answer lies in their secret weapon, Roman concrete. This wasn't just any building material. It was a miracle of ancient chemistry. Modern concrete crumbles and degrades in just a few decades, but Roman concrete seems to get stronger with time. For centuries, the recipe was a mystery. But recently, scientists finally cracked the code. They discovered that the Romans used a special mix of volcanic ash, lime, and seawater. But here's the truly brilliant part. They deliberately added small white chunks of quicklime into the mixture. Everyone thought these were just signs of sloppy mixing. They were wrong. These chunks were the key to the concrete's incredible longevity. When tiny cracks would form in the structure over time, rainwater would seep in and react with the quicklime. This chemical reaction created new crystals that would spread through the crack, sealing it up from the inside. That's right. The Romans invented self-healing concrete. Can you believe it? A material that automatically repairs itself. This discovery didn't just shock historians. It's now inspiring modern engineers to develop new, more durable, and sustainable building materials for our own time. So, from a book no one can read to Viking explorers in America and self-healing Roman buildings, it's clear the past is not what it seems. History is alive, constantly shifting as we unearth new secrets that challenge our perspective. These discoveries prove that our ancestors were more innovative, more technologically advanced, and far more brilliant than we often give them credit for. The past isn't just a collection of stories. It's a treasure chest of unsolved mysteries, waiting to be opened. Which of these incredible facts surprised you the most? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, don't forget to like and subscribe for more adventures through history's greatest mysteries.